The goal of our program is to reduce tobacco use among San Diego high school students and to increase education and susceptibility among students and their parents. The general purpose of our intervention is to decrease spending on any hookah-related products. We would also like to decrease the number of students who attend hookah lounges, and as for the health outcomes of our program, our goal is to sustain their health by preventing the chances of acquiring certain types of cancers and respiratory diseases.
So our group has three main study objectives. The first being, after the second survey, 90% of our students will be able to list 3 negative effects of hookah use. Our second objective is to increase the awareness regarding the adverse effects of tobacco by distributing 200 brochures. And our third and last objective is to decrease the percentage of San Diego teens who have tried smoking within the last 6 months by 10%.
Our group will be utilizing the theory of reasoned action. For our first construct, behavior, we hope that after an hour presentation, high school students and parents will understand the negative effects of hookah use. In the second construct, behavioral intention, we will measure the students' intention of doing hookah before and after the presentation to see if our information was effective in changing intentions of doing hookah in the future. In the third construct, attitude toward the behavior, we will see the students' attitude towards smoking hookah used prior and after the presentation. Since this one is one of the predictors of behavioral intentions, we want to focus on the information that will gear the students to have a negative attitude towards hookah use. The main outcome we plan to measure would be to decrease the hookah use among the students.
We will be selecting 6 high schools in the San Diego area to participate in our intervention. We will be randomly selecting 3 schools to receive the standard smoking prevention education, while the other 3 will be given our smoking prevention presentation. The students at all 6 schools will be given a survey at the beginning of the fall semester before receiving any smoking prevention education. They will then be given a second survey at the end of the semester following the prevention programs. The questions will measure whether the student's knowledge of hookah usage increased more due to our specialized program or through the standard education. We will also determine which program was more effective in prevention by asking students to rate how likely they are to smoke hookah on both the before and the after survey.
Research design. We plan to utilize a random experimental eval design with pre- and post-tests on a modest budget. As stated earlier, the target population is essentially high school students in San Diego. We plan to target 6 random San Diegan high schools and separate them into the experimental and control group. For time point measurements, the first measurement for baseline data will be at the start of the fall semester, and these will take place in the form of facilitated meetings and self-reported surveys. Baseline data will be collected for all 6 high schools. Our intervention will be given only to the experimental group high schools. Impact and outcome evaluations will take place at the end of the fall semester to measure change in health behavior. Whether or not we can determine a positive change in health behavior, we will then offer our intervention to the former control group high schools. Our intervention does not have a large outstanding cost and thus justifies a short experimental design.